Okay, so it's time to start with all the boat work, and we are going to start with our port engine. Captain, talk to us. Yes. What are we gonna be doing today?
So today, on this beautiful day of the day, we're gonna start with our port engine. We're gonna do oil change. We're gonna drain the coolant, put new coolant. We're gonna do the impeller, check the belt, see if we change the belt, and we're gonna do barnacle buster on the heat exchanger. We're gonna let it run, clean the heat exchanger, and yeah, and that's it.
Cool.
We should be done with this engine in about 4 hours.
4 hours?
6 hours.
Really?
I don't know. We'll see.
We're Alejo and Andrea, and we've been sailing the Caribbean for the past 2 years. As much as we wanted to continue exploring, we had to stop and bring our boat up to date with all the maintenance and sailboat work.
What's up, bro? You think only men can do this shit?
We have 1 week on the boatyard, and today is all about engine work.
So this is something that they don't tell you when you're going to buy a boat and you think about sailing the Caribbean.
Hakuna Matata. It means no worries.
Change of plans, y'all. We're gonna start with the starboard. Oh wait, that's not the port engine. Did I say that was the port?
Yes, that's the port.
I'm so confused now that we're not in the water. Okay, just kidding. We're gonna change of plans. We're starting with the starboard engine because the impeller's on the port side, so we're gonna start with the starboard and then move on to the port.
Yeah, we're gonna try to see how to change the impeller first, and this side is easier, so we'll do this side first and then
Cool.
flap, 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 flap. Alrighty people, we're removing the oil filter.
Okay, so I'm going to do my first engine work for the first time in my life because I've never even been in here before. But Alejo just taught me how to get the oil out of the starboard engine, so now I'm going to do the same thing on the port side engine. He's trying to teach me as much as we can about the engines because I don't understand anything at all. But when we started living on the boat, I didn't understand anything about solar, and now I get the basics. Le tengo que hacer hasta que deje de pompear.
Vale, como 4 o 5 veces y es el aceite subiendo y así.
Ya le hice 4 o 5 veces, pero el aceite no sube. Ah, ¿será que no metí bien el palo? Ya, ahora sí. So, we have the oil. It is now pumping out, officially. He's changing the oil. We just got some oil filters, and then Alejo's trying to remove the impeller.
But it's really hard.
But it's really hard.
Mister, you want your next job?
Sure.
So this time, Andrea is doing the hard work. She's changing the oil filter.
Empowered woman! We rule the world! So this is the first time in my entire life, I don't even know. Like, you could have asked me to check the oil and I had no idea how to do that anyway. Oh, okay. With this? So, just in case you're wondering, it's about 100 Fahrenheit here. It is hot as hell. This boatyard doesn't get any breeze at all. So we are hot. So thank God we found the Airbnb for the dogs because I would have been worried that they would have had a heat stroke or something. Okay, so now we're going to check that we did fill up the oil thing. So take this out. Yep, pretty good. There was like a little line here. The first one, the one like all the way to the tip is the minimum. The other one is the maximum. Alejo just taught me that, so I'm teaching it to you guys.
I removed the water impeller. This is the one I removed. It looks pretty good. So the reason I'm changing the impellers is because these ones are like about 2 years old, and you're supposed to change them every like 500 hours or every year. And I didn't change them last time because it's pretty hard to get out. So I'm gonna be placing the new one. I'm gonna put a zip tie so it's like makes it smaller, and then put some lubricant, water-based, so it can slide a lot easier and it's not that hard.
Okay, so Alejo just took the impeller out of the starboard side, and now he's trying to find how to change the coolant on this engine. This is a Yanmar 4JH4TE.
So there's two. There's one right, this is the exhaust elbow, and that's one. So this one right here, and below, under it, there's like the little nipple where you connect the hose. You can see it there. And there's another one like right here. So you connect a little tube, open this, and it drains the coolant. I just did the impeller. The impeller is all the way in here.
We started with the engine work first, and I am so glad we did, because look at the mess everywhere.
It's always a mess.
It's always, yeah, well, always. This is my first time, but yeah, it's a huge mess. You get oil everywhere. You get like dirt everywhere, so.
We're gonna put new coolant in.
Yeah.
And yeah, because we don't know how old this coolant is. The coolant, it goes through the block, and if the block gets rusty, then yeah, it's good to change the coolant.
So babe, how often do you have to change the oil of the engines?
We do it every 200 hours.
Okay, and you also change the filter every time that you change the oil?
Yes, every
200 hours. And then how often do you have to change the coolant?
You could do it once a year.
And how often do you have to change the impellers?
Every 500 hours or every year.
Is that supposed to be the color of the coolant?
What?
Like brown?
No, that's because of the rust.
Oh. Oh, coolant's like bright green. Now I remember,
Yeah,
it's the same
there's-
coolant as the one in the cars?
Yes.
Oh.
So there's bright green, there's orange, purple, and you can't mix colors.
Oh, you can't mix colors?
No, if you mix colors, it becomes like Play-Doh, and it damages the engine. So if you wanna mix colors, make sure it's a coolant that you can mix colors. It says any colors,
Like that one.
like this one, for example.
What happened, baby?
It's really hard. It's really hard when you don't have the proper tools.
What tools do you need?
It's like a special bolt that you put on the impeller, and you just pull it out.
You seem to be really sweaty right now. So this is something that they don't tell you when you're going to buy a boat and you think about sailing the Caribbean. Being super hot, it's about 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Being inside the engine room, which is normally super cramped, hot as hell, and doing this kind of work, which is not that pleasant.
The impeller, it's there. So there's 4 bolts. So 1 right here, 2, 3, and 4 up there. We remove this, and the impeller is gonna be right there. We just pull it out, put a new one, and that's it. So I'm gonna be removing that plate. Okay guys, so you can see here the impeller. I just removed the cover. We need to start pulling from one side and then the other, from one side and then the other, so we can get the impeller out. It takes like 20 minutes. It's super hard to take it out, but once we get it out, it's pretty easy to put a new one. Just put some lube, a zip tie, and you're good.
1 week later.
But I don't know what to do. Okay. I took out the impeller!
Oh shit.
What's up, bro? You think only men can do this shit? Check out my muscles. He doesn't even have those muscles.
So this impeller, it also looks good, but we haven't changed it in 2 years. So yeah, we're gonna put a new one.
This is where the impeller goes, and so I'm just going to put this, which has a little zip tie, put it in there, and then just start pushing it in. But I can't record as I do that. And then I'll start removing the zip tie as I go. But I can't record and do that at the same time. So sorry guys. Just use your imagination. This goes in there. Alright guys, so we already finished changing the impellers. We did the oil change, as you know, and we removed the coolant. Now what we are doing is looking where the seawater goes in through the engines, because we're going to run the barnacle buster, just the same thing that we did on the air conditioners. We're going to do the same thing on the engine, because since ocean water runs through the engines, they get a lot of barnacles too. It's 5:30 p.m. of day 1 of being at the boatyard, and we are we finished with the barnacle buster in the port side? Yeah. And we just finished with the barnacle buster in the port side. Pretty tired. It was a long day. We've been doing it non-stop since 8 a.m. when we got hauled out, and now we are ready. We're almost finished, ready to call it a day. We're gonna fix the boat a little bit because it's horrible, messy everywhere, and that's it. We're ready for day 2 of the boatyard. We will see you tomorrow. Good morning. What's up, people?
Good morning.
Say what's up, people.
What's up, people?
That's gonna become like our trademark. We should trademark that. So it is day 2 of being at the boatyard, and today we are starting with stripping the paint, and we're gonna be taking the paint all the way down to the gel coat, because the last couple of months we have just been like losing layers of paint that get all the way to the gel coat. So we are left, oh my god, this dog. Sorry guys, we're walking our dogs, and Echo poops like 5 times a day, and it's big poop. This is a 2008 boat, which means that it's been over 10 years that it's been like accumulating paint over paint over paint.
To strip the paint all the way back to the gel coat, we're gonna do 2 layers of primer, and then 2 to 3 layers of anti-fouling. We're gonna go with hard paint, and we'll see how it works out. We already tried ablative. It didn't work too well for us because we wanted to last more than 2 years. So yeah, we'll keep you guys posted.
Wow.
We didn't see any green.
Yeah, it's coming
So
down.
let's take it into this here.
That's the gel coat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sand it up real nice.
Okay.
Nice.
Real nice.
It's coming out easy.
Yeah, very easy, very easy.
You want to tell me what you're doing, Martin? Why is it coming out so easy?
Well, I believe what we're using right now is a system stripper, and it's very strong.
Okay.
So as you put it on,
Yeah.
you give it 10-15 minutes, and it comes up very easy and nice. And then after that, we go tape off and then start sanding the sign off all
everything.
Well, this we gonna try and get as much as the red
Off, right.
and the blue. All right, and then when we get down to this here.
The red is our first layer after the gel coat, right?
Right. Okay. Right. So when we get up the red, starting the sand from there.
Okay.
And then start washing all the boats, washing the water, doing all the water line,
Okay.
and making preparation for it. Right.
Okay. So here you have the layers, right? The first one is the anti-fouling, which is the blue one.
Right. Okay.
Then you have the other blue one.
Right. Okay.
And then you have the red, and then you have the gel coat.
Right. So which is the red? The red is a primer. We must take off all the red. When we finish,
Yeah.
we're gonna get it with a nice wash
Okay.
and
get rid of all the stains, which are
everything.
awful, man. Look at all those
Oh
stains.
no, we're gonna take it off.
Yep, that's with acid, right? You take that off.
Real nice thing, real nice.
Yeah.
Clean up all the windows for you and bring it back like a
Brand new boat, man.
shiny dollar.
Sounds good. Thank you, Martin.
You're welcome.
We already had no anti-fouling here, so we already had that off here. So all that had like a huge growth, and you can see how the anti-fouling like falls off. And also the rudders here. Woo, bad. Baby, can you explain to me what we have to do for the rudders?
The bearings came loose, so we have to lower the rudder and like glue again the bearing, and we'll do like a little fiberglass You stick it back.
Yeah.
And put back again the rudder. So how you notice that if your bearings are good or bad, you take the rudder and see this plate?
Yeah.
That's the bearing.
Okay.
So you could go here. Mira ahí.
Okay.
See that's the bearing? That's loose.
Oh. So it's supposed to be super tight with zero movement?
Like, no movement.
Oh, so that's how you know you need to fix the rudders. So what do? They remove the rudder?
So they're gonna lower the rudder because they have to dig a hole to be able to lower the rudder.
Yeah.
Dig a hole, lower the rudder, and then fix it, put it back. So quick update, they have removed all this paint. It's now around 2 o'clock. They started at 9 a.m. and this is 2 guys going for hours. So we're going back to a gel coat. We're gonna do epoxy primer. We're gonna do 2 coats and then 2 to 3 coats of hard paint. So it'll be like tough, no osmosis. And on another note, I was taking off the propellers. And I don't know if you guys remember the video in the Bahamas that our dinghy got caught in our port propeller. Here's a piece of that thing like stuck inside. And the propeller, which I think is pretty bad news, it's like broken. That piece broke off. So I don't know, I'm gonna take it to a shop, see what they say, and hopefully it's nothing too bad. They could just fix it, or they'll let me know if we could use it like this. And yeah, we'll see, guys. You know, when you haul out, it's full of surprises. We didn't know we needed to do the bearings on the rudders too. We're gonna do that. They're gonna come dig a hole under the rudder so we can lower it. I'm gonna try to drain the oil on the sail drives so we can remove the cone clutch. Man, oh man, surprises. That happens mostly with haul outs. When you haul out, you get a little bit of surprises.
As we're hauled out, we find 2 unpleasant surprises on our boat. You know what they say, boat stands for bring out another 1,000. And they weren't kidding. But make sure to subscribe and hit the notifications bell to join us for part 2 of this video. See you on the next one.